6:51, getting right into your sunrise smart start. U.S. officials report at least 4 Americans are dead, in the hundreds killed after Hamas launched an attack in Israel.
More attacks this morning. Israel has officially declared war, vowing harsh retaliation. Israeli soldiers have converged on the south, where Hamas says it took more than 30 hostages. The Prime Minister of Israel has spoken to President Biden, as well as other leaders around the world who have offered their support. The U.S., as part of that, is sending a carrier strike group to the region.
The only things we've said to Israel are that we're here, we've got your back, we want to make sure that you have the support that you need.
The death toll continues to rise. Israel reports more than 700 killed, mostly civilians, with 2,000 injured.
News 8 connecting with a man from Rochester who tells us he's been in lockdown in his hotel in Tel Aviv. Mark Cohen says he and his family arrived in Israel last Wednesday for vacation, but he describes the situation as the families were awoken by sounds of sirens Saturday, rockets and mortars coming from the southern terrorists.
But for it to be where it was, the veracity, the intensity, the kidnappings, the murdering of children, of families, of innocent civilians, not military targets, but residential targets, is unprecedented.
A last check on Twitter. As of this moment, the major airlines, Delta, American Airlines, all have canceled flights out of Tel Aviv. So Cohen and his family, they may be crossing national lines trying to get back here to the Rochester region. Tonight, the Jewish Federation of the Greater Rochester area holding a candlelight vigil for Israel. That gathering will be at Temple Brit Kodesh at 7. And for security purposes, you will have to pre-register.
A somewhat paralyzed Congress is under scrutiny with no permanent House Speaker and a growing list of both domestic and international crises unfolding. This comes after the move to oust former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy last week. The vacancy means the House cannot do its work, including proposed measures to send emergency funding to aid in Israel's fight against the Hamas militants. Lawmakers get back to Capitol Hill with a speaker vote expected midweek.
It wasn't my idea to oust the speaker. I thought it was dangerous. You know, I look at the world and all the threats that are out there, and what kind of message are we sending to our adversaries when we can't govern?
Well, it's my hope that our Republican colleagues get their act together, can settle on a speaker who can receive 217 votes, and that we can move forward to get the business of the American people done.
All of this comes as time is running out for U.S. funding in Ukraine in the war against Russia, and the government possibly facing a shutdown a little more than a month from now.
Closing arguments set to begin tomorrow in the trial of Kelvin Vickers. He is accused of killing Rochester police officer Anthony Mazurkowitz, as well as 2 other victims in the summer of 2022. The prosecution rested its case on Friday. The defense did not call any witnesses. Well, we have been saying it sounds like a broken record almost, but nobody is yet again winning the Powerball jackpot. That last drawing on Saturday. It's opened the possibility to another win tonight. The jackpot is up to $1.5 billion, the 4th largest prize in Lotto history.
Good luck if you're playing, and play responsibly. Yes. James, you remember what time the sunrise was last time you were here?
Oh, I know, right. I had to look several times because I was very confused. 7:17 it is today, and I couldn't tell you what it was a week ago.
It's probably, I mean, last week, so we were just right there, 7 o'clock or so.
Yeah. I do know daylight saving time is in less than a month. Early November, we'll wait for that to change our clocks so we can actually show you a sunrise on this show. But right now, you're just getting a little bit of a hint out there over Rochester. Temperatures, you feel that. It is in the 40s, and it feels like 41 with that wind out of the southwest. Temperatures just getting into the low to mid 50s. Your 8-day forecast. I brought the cold. I had a blast this morning. So glad to be back. This isn't just a one-day thing. I am back to the show, so I'll be here all week.
All right. We're glad to have you, even with those cold temperatures. Thank you so much for sharing the morning with us, everyone.
We'll see you back here in half an hour with an update. CBS Mornings coming your way.
Follow News 8 wherever you are, on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.